You're watching Transformers of Eternia. Now today I want to take a look at this Roboto for the new upcoming Masters of the Universe movie. And this Roboto is, I think it looks better. I don't know, I guess I'm getting used to the idea of Roboto having more blue on him than usual. And how big he is. That's okay with me, how big he is and everything. It's just he looks more robotic, I guess. It's okay because Roboto is supposed to look, I guess, robotic. But I did a little custom on this, and I got this guy ahead of time off eBay. Paid a little more than I should, but you know, it's what it is. So I wanted, because I was dying to kind of see what I could do with this thing to make it look a little more, to make it more feel like Roboto, I guess. And I do like the fact that they gave you the clear chest. Now in the movie, I don't think it has a clear chest. They might have a scene where Roboto's got a clear chest. And from what I make of the movie, it sounds like Roboto is going to have a female voice because for some reason they couldn't change the voice to be more robotic instead of, like, I don't know why it has to be female, but whatever. Anyway, so they basically didn't paint this at all inside when I got it. And so here, let's do this. You could take this. Now, I don't know exactly how this comes off. It just does. Anyway, this armor comes off. And obviously I painted it, so it must come off. Now, I'm not sure how it comes off. I never understood, even when there we go. I guess you just pull it straight out. I thought there was like a clip in here, but I guess not. It kind of just makes you feel like there is. And then it comes directly off the back. Okay, so anyway, if you look closely here, I did some dry brushing. Let me make it clear. Anyway, I did some dry brushing on this thing so that it would bring out all the details and gears inside, which I really do think is cool. Now that I did that, I think that makes it more. I got a little on his mouth there a little bit, I guess. But anyway, so I think that brings out all the details and intricate stuff. They should have done this. I don't know why they didn't, but whatever. I guess they're not gonna do all the extra for you. But basically the back and everything this thing looks way cooler when you do the dry brushing. So anybody who eventually gets this, I would definitely advise doing dry brushing on this thing. And this is the Masters of the Universe Origins version of Roboto. So just letting you know that this is not that other whatever version that they got out there right now. This one's not out yet, as far as I know, in America anywhere. I don't know if it's in the stores anywhere. Anyway, I had to get it and pay a lot of extra money on eBay in order to get this. So anyway, but yeah, I think I'm doing this wrong, honestly. I think this slides, I don't know, maybe this goes on first. Okay, there we go. So it's like something like that. Anyway, there we go. Okay, clicks in, everything's good. So yeah. So that looks really cool. I think that looks awesome. I guess I should compare this to the original Roboto. Hi guys, check out my adult coloring book, Cyberpunk Barbarians of the Wasteland. If you like Masters of the Universe, Thundar the Barbarian, or even Conan, this is probably a good mix for you. It's kind of a blend of Mad Max meets Masters of the Universe. It's available on Amazon right now. Just scan the QR code and check it out to support this channel. And we'll kind of give you thoughts on how it evolved, I guess, into that. I don't have the 2000X version yet for some reason. Big Bad Toy Store is just not shipping that wave yet for some reason. But so here he is next to the real Roboto, the one that we're all used to as MOTU fans. Yeah, there's quite a big difference there, but the 2000X version of Roboto is, I think, a very cool looking version, and they did a lot of changing on that version. So I guess I'm okay with it. I mean, this one's got a lot of extra, not a lot of blue, but it's got bright colors. This is like the original one, you know. This is what you get. You get the gears turning inside there, you know. You get that whole gear thing going. So anyway, yeah, and then you get his mouth moving. Now, with that, you don't have all that with this one. This one is primarily an action figure. This one is primarily an action figure, which is kind of cool. And the hands come off, and you can exchange them, but boy, it's hard. I found it hard getting these in to the sockets, you know, like this little thing here. I'm adjusting it. Anyway, this little thing here is really hard to get into that socket when you take it out. I don't know why. I had the worst time. So I won't probably put this back in. This hand doesn't do anything anyway. It doesn't actually, it's just the way it is, you know, it's just still, you know. I like this hand a lot better. It's more like it's got regular hands kind of looking thing. But they didn't even make the hand red. They didn't put no red like around this anywhere. They didn't put any red up here. I mean, it just seems weird that he's so blue. But I don't know, maybe he'll get a custom paint job later on or something. But yeah, all this stuff comes off. I'm not going to pull off all the parts because I just have trouble getting them back together. So, and I paid a lot of money for this thing, so I don't really want to mess it up in any way. But yeah, this version of Roboto I do like, especially now that I did the gears and stuff. Anyway, and then so that makes 2 customs I did for the MOTU movie, which you get this version of He-Man looking with the armor trimmed up, you know. I did that in my other video. So yeah, you get that, and then this version of He-Man is my He-Man for, like, I don't know. I don't care about the movie, the Chronicles versions, I guess, as much because I'm an Origins collector. So I use this Battle Cat as my Origins Battle Cat. You know, that I just like this, how big he is for the scale of the Origins. I like how big he is. He fits really well. I guess for me he does anyway. I don't know. Some of you guys are probably saying it's too big or not right or something. But why is his sword coming out? Okay, so his sword is like coming out of his hand and it's not going in at all. Okay. I guess it doesn't stay in his hand no more. Okay, just suddenly that started. That's weird. Anyway, so, but yeah. Origins movie He-Man. I guess I should make it a little bit, back it out a little bit for you. Anyway, Origins movie He-Man looks way better on Battle Cat. At least this Chronicles Battle Cat. That other Battle Cat that they got out is complete garbage as far as I'm concerned. It's got sounds or something, I think, but I don't think it's not good. It's like too much like a little 10-year-old or 2-year-old kid's toy or something. So I don't like that, and it doesn't have posable feet here anymore on that. Again, so of course I'm never gonna buy another Battle Cat that doesn't have the posing here, here, and here, and here, and here, and here. You know, I'm not gonna do it anymore. This is how you're supposed to do it, Mattel. And if you don't do it like this, at least for the Origins, then it's not good. It's not fun to have on your shelf. It just kind of sits there. But yeah, this is my Roboto review. He-Man kind of took it over, but basically this Roboto is very cool and it fits really well in scale. I mean, it's an Origins line figure, but it fits scale even with this version of He-Man, which I think this version is kind of what they're copying for the movie, actually. I feel like they're trying to do, because notice all the brown on his armor. Notice all the brown on his armor. and there's a lot more silver going on. I think that they were trying to go with this style of Masters of the Universe He-Man instead of the classical with the silver. That's what I think they were doing. Which I like this version of He-Man. I don't really like the cross on it. I like this cross a little better even. Just wish it was a little smaller and more thick, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't want to make this video super long, but I just wanted to kind of talk about this version of Roboto because he's a big giant figure, okay? This thing is huge, and I mean, look at that detail in there. When you do that dry brushing, it really brings out a lot of stuff in there. That's really cool. But yeah, this guy is really cool, and I mean, these things come off and they fall right on the floor too. Anyway, these things can come right off, and I mean, his head also can go up. I don't know if anyone showed that on any videos anywhere yet, but his head can move pretty well. You know, he can do a lot of movement in his head. His arms, he can do a lot of movement in his arms, but he can only bend to right there. Let's get Battle Cat and He-Man right here. Anyway, he can only bend to right, basically like right here with the elbow. So that's kind of not cool. They're doing that on these bigger figures more often now, but you can see it does go like that. It's got that range of motion. It's got this back and forth like that. It can't go really past there too much. It's got the whole motion in the hand and all that. It's got the same on that side. This thing just kind of spins, whatever, like so, like that, you know. So anyway, and then when you do have this on, you have this peg. No, he's falling. Anyway, you get this motion with the peg. You could kind of do a little bit of movement in there, but not really because it's so tight inside here. But you get the waist, and obviously no gears are turning when you turn the waist. And then if you move his legs, they can move not very far. I'm scared I'm going to break it. Okay, so it's not very far right there, but you do get a little bit of bend in the back. You know, you get this swivel, and you can tip these, you know, you can do all that. So that is your options. But I like him just to kind of stand like this on the shelf because he just kind of looks cool like that. And if he's a robot woman in the movie, God only knows. I don't know why they have to change things so much when it comes to that stuff. I'm just surprised that everybody's not wearing pants. You know, the men have to wear, they can go without pants, but you know, the women, we have to make sure that their legs are covered for some reason. Anyway, so I hope the movie's good. I guess this will be my before I see the movie review, because I wasn't going to see it. Then I started seeing commercials and they started making me want to see it a little more because there's some nice things that are in there, you know. And it does resemble the actual cartoon more, obviously, than the 80s movie. That far was so different than the cartoon. But anyway, we'll see how much they change in the movie, and we'll see how well it does. I actually kind of don't want it to do bad because I would like to see them continue to make movies in this universe. Because I do like what they've done with Skeletor. The voice is a little different, but I'm getting used to it. I'm hoping Evelyn is her like she's normally supposed to be and not an overpowered woman who takes over and bosses Skeletor around and bosses everyone around. I'm hoping Teela is a sweet, kind, lovable warrior woman, but not overshadowing He-Man. And that's really all I wish for it. Other than that, I think that the movie should be fairly decent as long as they stick to the Masters of the Universe stuff. But I don't want to talk forever about this stuff. I just wanted to kind of talk about this Roboto. And he's very cool. I would definitely say get him if you see him in the store, and don't buy him for the eBay prices that I did. But he's very cool, and he's definitely not the original looking style of of Roboto, but he's a different version and he does look kind of cool. I'll give him that. If he didn't look cool, I would be more mad about it, but they did give him kind of a bulky super robot mode, and I do like that. So anyway, tell me what you think about this guy in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.